This crypto sector is exploding right now. As we give thanks for the gains we have made these last few months, we are starting to see liquidity rotate from Bitcoin into ETH, and now from ETH into one chain specifically, and one sector on that chain. So in today's show, I will explain to you and show you which chain I'm talking about and which sector on that chain is where you need to be focusing if you want to make a generational wealth. We also cover some of the most bullish and wonderful news in the crypto and Bitcoin market space. And then if you stick around until the very end of the video, I'm going to share some very specific alpha on some tokens that I believe are going to go parabolic, and I'll share why. So without further ado, let us jump into it, guys. We are going to start off by checking out Bitcoin's price. As we do at the time of this video, we're looking at a Bitcoin around 97,000, which is beautiful and is wonderful because this means we are rising again, we're pumping again, but in a very sustainable way this way. And in a second, I'll show you some charts and graphs that really also paint the picture of this being true. And if we take a look at the Bitcoin ETFs, inflows in the millions of US dollars, we would see that yesterday, we don't have that reported data yet. That said, if we shift gears and we take a look at one of the key charts I wanted to show you today, this is by Crypto Quant, and it shows the profit and loss index chart. And as you can see, Bitcoin's price is the black line here, and what's in purple is the index itself. So you can see that we are not in what is considered the overvalue or the red zone area yet, which once again points to the fact that we are growing in a very sustainable and healthy way this time. And what's very exciting is that if we were to take a look at the US's liquidity chart, you would see that where we are right now on the chart, let me hop out of this and zoom in like this for you. You can see that we are down here at the bottom, projected to pop up. And as we do, this is beautiful timing because Bitcoin is sideways trending up, all while new liquidity is entering the US market, which means Bitcoin is likely to continue to go up, right? So we have two bullish signals happening at the same time in parallel. And all of this coupled with the fact that we have whales also buying, right? So you can see that this chart represents the total whale holdings, the red line representing their total balance, and the white line representing Bitcoin's price. So it's also really nice and affirming to see that Bitcoin's price is going up in a sustainable way. We have more liquidity coming into the US market, so it's supposed to be pumping up. And we have whales and their holdings signaling to us, because we are to follow the smart money and learn from them and follow in their footsteps, right? They signal to us what we should be doing. And their holdings are going up, up, and up as well. So all of these things, just put them together in your mind and just think about like, what is this telling us, right? That said, if we couple it with some fundamental changes that are happening in the world, that's beautiful. This is what I always take into account because I'm not a pro trader. I do love charts. I love the stories they tell us in a very mathematical, logical way. But fundamental changes in the world impact Bitcoin. Of course they do, right? So here we can see that the Japanese company Metaplanet is raising up to 9.5 billion to buy more Bitcoin. So they're following in Saylor's footsteps. And here we have the official letter and document to verify it. So this is huge. That means we have basically the Japanese market being exposed to Bitcoin, which is wonderful because their economy has been really suffering. And not only that, but today for you, marks an important day. So Thanksgiving, right, in the US especially, marks a very important day for Bitcoin. Not just because this is the date of the first halving, Bitcoin's halving, where the supply was cut in half, right, every time a block was mined. but also because it marks a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle, basically the bullish cycle, which started yesterday or today, depending on where you are in the world. And there's a chart down here below that I'm going to show you in a second, but basically there are different dots on this chart, each of which are part of this halving cycles theory by sine waves. And we are finishing up with the blue dot here on the chart, which marks and categorizes the year 2024 as a year for setting in good bets, good buys on Bitcoin as we're about to see new all-time highs. So there's a whole theory on this, and you can go learn more about it if you go follow them on Twitter, as you should be doing if you want to be successful this bull run. It's CryptoCon _ I'm going to follow them as well. But it's beautiful because he goes on, or this individual or this team goes on to explain the different colors, right? So there's the green year, 2023, the blue year, 2024, and we are now entering the red year, which is the year of all-time highs, as you can see on my screen, and the making of the first and final cycle's tops. So this is where we are. And it's wonderful. And really, this is a resource for you. That's why I share it with you, because take a screenshot of this. You should be looking at this material and have an idea always in terms of where we are in light of this bull run. So you're not just flailing, and just not knowing what is up or down, but have an idea and know that right now we are officially entering into the red year, which represents new all-time highs, or the parabolic phase of the bull run, as we like to call it as well. Followed by some more bullish news for you here, but this is by Altcoin Gordon, and he tunes us in, lets us know basically that world leaders such as Kim Jong-un from North Korea and Vladimir Putin have requested meetings with Donald Trump's administration already. That's because he's not even president yet officially. He hasn't been sworn in until January 20th. So he's having meetings already with all these leaders, which is such a wonderful sign for the economy and world peace, on reopening trade deals and potentially using Bitcoin to trade internationally instead of the US dollar. So I don't know how this is going to go, because I know keeping the US dollar as the world's dominant currency has been one of Donald Trump's key arguments, as he was running and campaigning to be president. But this wouldn't be the worst thing either. So it's just very interesting. Let's see how this works out. This would be great for Bitcoin and of course you and me, but who knows? Let us find out. In any case, it's really hot news, which I bring to you. You're welcome. And then we also have it here from Radar Hits saying that Russia is going to be treating Bitcoin and crypto as property exempt from VAT after the bill passed Parliament's upper house. So this is just awaiting Putin's final signature, but it was already passed by their parliament. So this is extremely bullish, because I think at one point Russia made Bitcoin illegal. So this is a huge 180. I know many Russians personally that left Russia during this whole war. So I wonder what that would I imagine that'll bring a lot of peace and happiness back to the country. So that's really wonderful. And here by Watcher Guru, he's also letting us know. So this is what I mean. The charts are one thing, but what's happening in the world and the real adoption that we're seeing in the world is another thing that we have to take into account as well. And as you can see, it says Hong Kong announces plans to cut taxes on crypto for hedge funds and private equity. So everyone's turning pro Bitcoin, pro crypto, pro kumbaya, let's hold hands and please finally turn a new page to our life and our futures. And then if you saw yesterday's video, you would know I touched on this briefly as well, but here's some more information on Brazil lawmakers also proposing an $18 billion Bitcoin reserve strategy posed by lawmaker Eros Biodini. I love Brazil. I actually lived in Brazil for some time. Eu falo português. Anyway, that's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then here, this is just for giggles. We're actually about to have our own Thanksgiving dinner here in Thailand with our crypto community. Because if you're in crypto, you would know that you're either hated on and made fun of when the market's down, or you're everyone's hero and everyone wants to talk to you when Bitcoin and the crypto market's up, right? And so here is just a funny picture, and it talks about like Thanksgiving last year, everyone asking you to just shut up. You know, no one wants to hear about your magic internet money. And this year it's like, hey, Mr. Crypto, so glad you made it. How can I download one of those Bitcoins? You know? I have an aunt, I shouldn't hate on her, but I found out through the grapevine with my family that, I don't know, like, I heard Antichrist and Jessica in the same sentence. That's all. I was like, oh my God. Thankfully, my mom defended me. Moving on, here we have more information by Farside Investors. This is where we get our inflow and outflow data from, by the way. The charts that I show you come from them. And they are basically outlining to us the total net flow that has come in through Ethereum's ETFs. And it's pretty massive. We're looking at 90.1 million. That's huge. So we are seeing Ethereum's market pump, right? And that's always the signal to us, as I'm sure you've seen some of your altcoins pump if you're in crypto already. That's always a sign. The altcoin season is getting ready to rumble, getting ready to start. And here we have it by Mustako, showing us basically where we are in light of all of the previous bull runs and patterns, and showing and reiterating to us once again that we are getting ready to go into the parabolic phase, basically. You can take a screenshot of this chart as well. We're here and we're just getting ready, guys. The party is just starting. And here we can see, this is where we're going to shift gears, guys, and talk about what today's video is about. Like the alpha, like the chain that I was telling you guys in the intro that is showing signs of having so much faith and money and attention flow into is Base. I shared some information on them and their recent accolades in yesterday's video. But here's some more. So you can see that they are reaching all-time high transactions of 9.1 million. And this is up approximately 30x or 30 times since January. As you can see circled on the bottom here, that's January. And this is us here right now. So we are booming. And here by Dune, which is also a great research analytics platform, they also show us here that the total addresses, and look at the chart. You don't have to know how to read it exactly, but like just look at this chart. It looks like a triangle standing on its side. That's how many new addresses people are coming into the Base ecosystem. And I'm going to make a video, my next video, to help show you guys how to bridge over to Base, how to buy some tokens within the Base ecosystem, and how to bring them back, right? So that's coming. Hang tight. And then you can see same thing for total value bridged and total revenue. They're both beautiful charts, as they would say in trading. And then here we have it from Brian Armstrong, CEO and founder of Coinbase, huge, who I believe also sat down, had a sit-down meeting with Trump, I believe. He says the internet of money is happening. The Lego pieces are ready to be assembled for consumer utility. And then he lists them all out, and he lists Base, right? So you have number one, Base, helping blockchains scale. Hello, you're welcome. ENS, or Ethereum's name service, which basically makes like URLs like personalized, like readable, usable. Ready, USDC, stablecoin, medium of exchange, or like the dollar, right? Available. And smart wallet, reducing onboard friction. So like really easy to use wallets. So this is amazing. Once again, a telling sign of the amazing days we are entering. The future right now is so mind-bending. And here, this now is where it gets really, really juicy. This is what I wanted to talk to you about today. It's about AI agents. So on Base, okay, the sector that's poppin' is AI and AI agents specifically. It's been one of the top trends in crypto over the past months, as you can see here by Wacy_time, both from an analytics trading standpoint, content creation standpoint, ecosystem building. They're reshaping the landscape of the intersection of technology and culture. So while Solana seems overhyped, he says the new meta is performing great on Base. Amazing. And as you can see here by Kaito, this represents mindshare, right? right? And we know that money goes where attention flows. So you can see Virtuals, which is the alpha. You're welcome. Like, this is the project I wanted to talk about in today's video, is Virtuals. They had a rebrand. They were called something else before, but as you can see, they're crowding up on Tau. Tau was at a 6.89%. I made a whole video on Bitensor actually. Go check it out. And I will make one on Virtuals if you want me to. I'll do a deep dive into Virtuals. Let me know in the comments. But they are crowding up on them at 5.4%. So then here's just a little snippet for you guys. So it's basically like, imagine a pump fund, right? Where everyone goes and can just like create a meme coin right away, but for artificial intelligence agents. Imagine you could make your own AI agent the way people are making meme coins right now on Pump Fund. You can now deploy your own AI agent with its own token in just 5 minutes. Virtual's token has been up only since launch. Here's how it works. And here you can go learn more about it. Just go to Virtual. I'll show you right now. Go to virtuals.io. And this is where you can click on this little kind of mint button up here, mint color for minting as well, and create your own agent. And these are the agents that exist so far. Amazing. And actually they were launched by Paid Network, so pretty huge. And these are the top protocol ecosystems by market cap on Virtual's protocol. So these are all agents basically that you see here. Sequoia, Luna, and they have like actual utility, which is cool. So guys, I have to wrap up this video, but I just wanted to show each of these to you real fast, their charts. This is how Virtuals is doing. As you can see, it's on the rise. So I would personally wait for a little correction and then hop in, or just buy in if you can, because it's gonna go up. Like, I'm not a fortune teller. This is not financial advice, but it probably will. And then here you can go find this tweet on your own. I do have to wrap up this video because Thanksgiving dinner's waiting for me, but you can go find Airbus and find this tweet, and on November 27th at 8:44 p.m. and go learn all about them. Go follow Airbus, ARBUSAI, and they share all this information on the different AI agents. This is one of them, AIXBT. But it's pretty massive. I will do a whole show dedicated just to Virtuals. So let me know your questions in advance. And I'm also going to show you how to bridge over from base and back and forth. Okay. But that said, this wraps up today's video. I hope you gained value. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you bought the dip, and I cannot wait to come back to you on Monday. Please follow me on Twitter if you have any questions, or join my Telegram community. It's linked below. Ask for me or ask a question there. I'm always happy to get back to you. So I love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.